Guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about checking your solutions. So the really cool thing about equations is you can actually check your own work to see if you did the problem correctly. So you no longer need to rely on an answer key, a teacher, or maybe a friend. So let's dive right in. So the first thing you need to do is rewrite the original equation. So if you look at problem E, it is a distributive problem. A lot of students might use the distributive format. I advise not to. And the reason why is human error. So it is very common when students are learning the distributive property to make a few mistakes. But if you use the original, there is no room for error. So you have to use the original equation that they gave you. And then you're going to plug in your solution wherever you see your variable. You're going to use PEMDAS to evaluate. And if both sides equal each other, then the solution is correct. So I will explain what that means more after we see an example, and I think it's going to make a little more sense too. So let's dive right into the first one. So here I have x plus 3 equals 8, and they're telling me that my solution is x equals 5. Well, let's check it. So rewrite my original, x plus 3 equals 8. So every time I see an x, I'm going to put a 5 in its place. And most textbooks put a question mark above the equal sign, so your reader knows what you're trying to do. You're trying to see if both sides equal each other. 5 plus 3 is going to give you an 8. 8 equals 8, which is a true statement. So the solution we have is correct, and we are done. You do not need to restate your solution here. This is a check that most teachers would like to see, and it's good for you to see as well. It is a way for you to check your work and a way for the teacher to know that you understand what you are doing. Let's look at B. So I'm going to start by rewriting my original. 8x plus 7 equals negative 9. And when I plug in the negative 2, I have to use parentheses because really 8 times x is what 8x is saying. Plus 7 equals negative 9. So let's use our PEMDAS. 8 times negative 2 gives me negative 16. Plus 7 equals negative 9. And I want to know if those are equal. Well, negative 16 plus 7 is going to give me a negative 9. Negative 9 is equal to negative 9. So that is my solution, and I am done. Let's look at C. So here I'm going to rewrite negative 9x plus 1 equals 55. So I'm going to take a 6 and plug it in everywhere I see an x. Don't forget your parentheses. So negative 9 times 6 gives me a negative 54 plus 1 gives me a 55. So negative 54 plus 1 is negative 53 equals 55. Are those sides equal? No, they are not. So what this tells me is I have to go back and resolve my equation to get the correct solution. So this is why checking is so important. So when you're taking a quiz or a test or doing homework or practice problems, this is a way to evaluate if you are doing this correctly or not. It's like a very quick self-check for you. Well, let's keep on moving. Let's go to D here. So D deals with a lot of fractions. Totally okay. I'm going to jump right into substituting in x for the sake of room. So 3/4 times my solution, which is 16/3, plus 5 equals 9. I want to see if this is true or not. So I have to multiply this 3/4 and 16/3. Well, I can do some cross simplification here. I can make those ones, and I can make this a 1 and a 4. So I'm left with 4 plus 5 equals 9. So 9 equals 9, and that is a true statement. So the solution, 16/3, is the correct solution. And our very last problem, we have E here. So again, like problem D, I'm going to jump right into substituting. 2 times 3 times 6 plus 5. Yes, you can have a set of parentheses in a set of parentheses. Equals 28. I want to know if that's true. So follow your PEMDAS. 3 times 8 is going to give me 16. 16 plus 5 is going to give me 21. And why I want to know if this whole thing is going to equal 28. 2 times 21 equals 42. So this is not a true solution. So you would have to go back and retry the problem, resolve it, and get a different solution to see what would work. Like I said, this is very helpful when you are taking a test or you are not sure if you did the problem correctly. Maybe I missed a step somewhere. Maybe I added where I should have subtracted. I can find all of those errors now because I have this tool. So I hope this video was helpful for you. Please like and subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below if you have any questions for me. Make sure you share this video with a friend who you think would find this tutorial helpful. Thanks for watching.